93% of men are completely clueless when it comes to attraction. They rely on assumptions, cliches, and outdated advice to understand what women actually want. As a result, they often experience confusion, missed opportunities, and silent rejection they don't even fully recognize. But then there is the remaining 7%. These are the men who seem to get it, not because they play games or manipulate situations, but because they understand human behavior on a deeper level. Today, you step into that mindset. We are going to break down 11 psychological truths about women that most men never learn, but which heavily influence attraction, connection, and emotional interest. This is not about tricks or manipulation. It is about understanding communication in a way that aligns with natural human psychology. Attraction is not random, and it is not purely logical either. It is a mix of biology, emotion, and subconscious behavior. When you begin to understand these patterns, interactions stop feeling confusing and start becoming clearer. You begin to notice signals, reactions, and dynamics that were always there, but previously invisible to you. One of the most surprising truths is that attraction often begins on a subconscious level. In many cases, women respond strongly to instinctive cues, such as scent. Research suggests that smell plays a deeper role in attraction than most people realize. A clean, natural, and subtle scent can have a stronger emotional impact than anything you say. It is not about perfume alone, but about how your natural presence is perceived on a biological level. Attraction often starts before words are even exchanged. Another important principle is boundaries. A man who has clear personal boundaries is naturally perceived as more stable and self-respecting. This does not mean being cold or emotionally unavailable. It means having a sense of self that is not easily influenced or disrupted by external pressure. When a man is grounded in his own standards, he does not chase validation. This creates emotional safety, which is a key ingredient in attraction. Stability often feels more attractive than intensity. It is also important to understand that attraction does not always begin with direct expression. In many cases, women observe and evaluate silently before showing clear interest. Signals are often indirect rather than verbal. This is because emotional expression carries vulnerability. Instead of stating interest openly, behavior often reveals it gradually. This is why awareness of subtle cues becomes important in understanding real dynamics. Social perception also plays a major role. People are often more attracted to individuals who are already valued by others. This is not about pretending or faking popularity, but about naturally building a life where social connections exist. When someone is respected or appreciated by others, it creates an unconscious signal of value. Attraction is often influenced by this kind of social proof, even when people are not aware of it. In interactions, behavior is also tested in subtle ways. Light teasing or playful challenges are not necessarily negative. They often function as a way to observe emotional stability. The real question in such moments is not what is said, but how it is handled. A calm, relaxed response shows confidence. Overreaction, on the other hand, signals emotional instability. These small moments often reveal more than long conversations. Nonverbal communication is another critical factor. Much of what people express is not spoken. Body orientation, eye contact, posture, and small movements often reveal interest before words do. When someone consistently faces you, maintains extended eye contact, or subtly mirrors your behavior, these patterns can indicate subconscious engagement. Learning to observe these signals helps reduce guesswork in social situations. Attention to detail also matters in communication. Compliments that are specific and thoughtful tend to carry more weight than generic praise. Noticing small things, such as effort, expression, or personality traits, shows genuine awareness. This type of attention communicates that you are actually present in the interaction rather than just participating superficially. Emotional connection is another foundation of attraction. In most cases, physical interest develops more strongly when emotional safety exists. This is built through listening, understanding, and genuine curiosity about the other person's thoughts and experiences. When someone feels understood rather than evaluated, connection naturally deepens. Over time, this creates stronger relational interest than surface-level interaction ever could. Social environment also influences perception. Friends and close social circles often play an indirect role in shaping impressions. People are influenced by the context around them more than they realize. This is why emotional intelligence and respectful social behavior matter in broader situations, not just one-on-one interactions. It reflects stability and awareness in a wider sense. There's also a practical side to understanding interaction. Not every situation is meaningful or emotionally driven. Sometimes interactions are casual or transactional in nature. Recognizing this distinction helps avoid overinvestment in situations that are not reciprocal. Keeping early interaction simple and low pressure allows genuine interest to develop naturally over time. Finally, emotional presence matters more than constant problem solving. In moments of emotional expression, the instinct is often to fix or provide solutions. However, in many cases, what is actually needed is understanding. Listening without rushing to correct or advise can create a deeper sense of trust. Calm presence often builds stronger emotional connection than immediate solutions ever could. These 11 principles are not techniques to control outcomes. They are observations about human behavior and emotional dynamics. Attraction is not something to force. It is something that develops through awareness, stability, and genuine presence. When you stop trying to impress and start understanding, the way you interact with people naturally changes.